Hello, adventurers, travelers, and friends. Welcome to Bragworthy Adventures. I'm your host, Rose, and today we're talking about jet lag. Jet lag is controlled by your circadian clock, and your circadian clock is generally affected by two things: light and food. That's why when you stay out late one night and you eat some nasty Taco Bell, you may have a harder time waking up the next morning because your clock was set a little later because the food kept it going. Or let's say when you travel around the world and where you go, there's still the sun out, even though where you came from the sun would have been down. Your clock has to adjust to the new lighting. Those are the two major effectors of the circadian clock. I'm hoping that I can trick mine by being out in the light early. And then there's also some other tips and tricks I found online. Some of them are kind of odd, but I hope they work, because if they do, it'll make my life a lot easier. So let's see. First one is to kind of set your clock to your hometown or where you're going. And when it's supposed to be daylight there, try and get outside and be in the sun as early as possible. So Michael and I were up at 5. The sun wasn't up yet, so we just kind of tried to stay awake by looking at our phone, and then as soon as the sun was up around 6, we started getting outside, and now we're here. So hopefully this sunshine makes it easier to adjust, because I only have one day until I get back to work. Hello, I'm in the States now. You saw me last in Hawaii. Do I wish I was in Hawaii? Yes, but I'm not. Have I adjusted back to my Florida time zone? Yes, I have. It wasn't as easy as I'd hoped, but I'll let you know the methods I tried and tell you my thoughts about them. Actually, this flight back from Hawaii did not go very well. I had a lot of congestion, I had a cold, and the sinus pressure combined with the pressure from the airplane popped my eardrum. Yeah, it was really scary to find that out. It's healed since, I can hear again, but it definitely, I think, messed up my plan to test out these hacks. I'll have to do this again, although I don't know when I'll be going outside my time zone that far again, but we'll find a chance. But I definitely tested some of these out, and I want to tell you how I felt about them. I just needed you to know that there's a preface of there was some medical issue. I had a cold as well, like I said, and it was really bad. So I wasn't able to do all these methods with 100% effort because my body was not at 100%. But I did try these. I found some of these videos very interesting because I don't think there's any real way to beat jet lag. I think you just have to give it a little time, give yourself a little patience, do as much as you can. But this one guy, I'll put the video in the description box below, but this one guy was saying that with his method, you will not experience jet lag, like at all. And his method was no naps, or no sleeping except for if you have to get an energy boost, a 1-hour nap is allotted. That you have to hydrate 1 pint of water every hour or 16 ounces, which is a lot of water. I did it, guys. I was drinking so freaking much, kept having to get up to ask for more water or to go to the restroom, like every hour. It was insane. And then no coffee or caffeine. I actually don't drink coffee or tea anyways, so that one wasn't big. Also no alcohol. I don't drink alcohol anyways, so that was fine. And then he said to take a hot bath within the first day of arrival and stay in the bath 5 minutes for every time zone you cross. 5 times 6 for me was 30 minutes that I had to sit in a hot bath. I just set a timer on my phone and then got out when it was done. The hot bath I thought was super great. I immediately felt tired. There is science behind when your body is warm and then cools off. That's the same sensation as you releasing heat when you're falling asleep, so your body tends to get tired. So I do think it's pretty effective when you get to a new time zone, you're trying to follow what they're doing. This bath thing may be a great way to help your body reacclimate and fall asleep in a new time zone. But I don't know exactly what he was going for scientifically. I think it's a good sleep aid though. I'm not sure a combination of what he said to do was like magic and made no jet lag. I still feel like I had some jet lag effects, but I definitely felt like it wasn't as bad as it could have been. There have been times in my life, like when I came back from Japan home, I slept the whole day and the whole night. I definitely didn't do that. I slept for 11 hours, I think it is. I'll put my little Fitbit report in. But I was able to get back to work and I felt pretty awake at work, and I definitely felt like I was sick and tired, but I also was sick and tired. So I think this might have worked better than I realized. It's just hard to tell because of where I was physically. Oh, another method I tried that wasn't his is trying dark chocolate as a wake me up. I tried it actually on the plane flight there because it was 20 hours of flying and I was tired and I wanted to see if this whole dark chocolate will wake you up works. It didn't. For me, it didn't. I took it, I was really loopy, watched the video, I looked crazy, and then nothing happened. I didn't even check back in because I was just too... My name's Rose and I feel 1,000,000% sleepy. Yeah, he can't even say anything, that's how sleepy he is. Okay, we're gonna try out dark chocolate. I also tried, and this is one I love, someone said to go running. I think workouts definitely boost your energy, and if your problem is you're having a hard time being awake when you need to be awake, running is a great idea. I went and did my grocery shopping as soon as I arrived because I didn't want to be sitting, I wanted to be moving because that keeps you going. I guess for me, my personal method that I would do after this, I'd say stay hydrated, it's always a good idea, but actually for jet lag, take a walk or run when you get to a new place, keep yourself moving if you need to be staying awake, and then when it gets closer to bedtime, go ahead and take a hot bath for a long while, and then go to bed. And hopefully, having stayed up to the right time and having gotten yourself to bed, maybe a little early, like 9, will help you start the next day well, and you can consistently try and stay on that new time zone. I'll probably revisit this topic later, so go ahead and tell me in the comments what you do to fight jet lag, not beat it, there's no beating it, but you can still fight, and what you think if you ever try these methods, or if you watch that guy's video below and you try out his method and it works for you, just let me know. As always, bye travelers.